Okay, it's Storm's Live time. Sunday night, 10 o'clock. And here we go. Sunday night and it's 10 o'clock. It's Storm's Live time, so let's rock. Rob Storm is who we be. He's joined by Adam Unzo and me. Yeah, once a week we bring the heat. When you hear us speak, chemistry's unique. We talk about this, we talk about that. And if you got a question, leave a super chat. Rob's here, so here we go. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Storm's Live, Robert Storm, Comment Chat, Anzo, and Adam. Don't miss it. 10 o'clock, Sunday nights, Storm's Live. Peace.
All right. Hey, I actually got that to work right. Okay. So
see the new intro. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was Danny's work, man. That was Danny's work.
I saw it. Good way to go, Danny.
Okay, so
Sure.
I figured I'm gonna try to piece this in, like, I don't know, because it's gonna be kind of hectic. So I'm gonna try to, like, instead of everybody trying to talk at once, I'm gonna try to, like, piece things together. Chris might be jumping in. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes. So we're just gonna go down a line at first, and then I'm gonna, like, Danny, how you feel? Adam, how you feel? And then Sharif, and then I'll give my opinion, and then we'll just get into the discussion part of that. And just like a brief explanation on how you feel, and then we'll get into, like, the deep spoiler cuts. All right, Danny, you go first, sir.
That movie was very good. I was hyped for it. I wasn't disappointed. I thought I was going to see a little bit more stuff than what I saw, but what I saw in the story overall was good. I definitely like the introduction of seeing the Illuminati, because they give us 4 different directions we could possibly go in the future. So
wait, you say 4 different erections?
That's what I thought he said.
No, directions.
Whoa.
No.
I was like, he was excited about that.
not that excited. But, by doing that, we see there's probably going to be a Fantastic Four. We see that because Professor X in it, they're going to be the mutants somewhere in there, probably the X-Men somewhere down the line. That new version of Captain Marvel is probably going to be she'll probably be in Captain Marvel 2. Then they got Captain Carter, so they got directions and stuff they could go. So I thought they introduced that very well. I was cool with it.
Danny went straight into the spoilers.
I liked it. I mean, I liked it. I'll stop there.
All right, before we get to Adam's thoughts, let me just read the super chat. Jake threw in a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. As far as Wanda goes, I've seen enough movies to know that if there's no body, they're not dead. That's, again, more spoiler stuff, Jake. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
No, he's right, because we didn't see Dr. Robotnik die. He's absolutely right. We didn't see Dr. Robotnik die.
That's true.
I don't believe it. He's coming back, Dr. Robotnik for sure.
And then Poe threw in $1.99. Thank you, Poe. Movie was good, definitely overhyped. I disagree with that, but I'll get into that in my turn. Go ahead, Adam.
Okay, so I'll be honest, I absolutely fucking adored every minute of this damn movie. Loved everything they did with Scarlet Witch. I thought this was a great natural progression for that character and for Doctor Strange as a character. I love the whole dynamic with him and Christine, how he's being like, oh, well, you can't always be the one holding the knife. And by the end, he learns that. There's a great lesson there for the character. Loved the imagery that Sam Raimi brought to the table. I loved the horror aspects of this. I'll get more to this when we discuss spoilers, but there's a criticism going around that WandaVision is required viewing to see this movie, which I think is absolute bullshit. It's not at all. It's not at all.
My fiance did not see it, and she did not. Yeah. She
same with mine.
She understood everything that was going on.
Exactly. So I think that's a bullshit argument. Dude, I think, honestly, this is one of my top 5 in the MCU thus far, and this is probably the most unique film in the MCU, period. So, yeah, I fucking loved it.
Before we get to Sharif, G Major said, "What up, though?" #Vision. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat, G Major. All right, Sharif, hit me. What you got?
I liked the movie overall. I really did. This is not the upper echelons of Marvel cinematic movie making, but it is above par of everything that's come out in the last few years. Now, I don't know if it's because I saw it in the theater, and as opposed to seeing as opposed to seeing Black Widow at home, but I think that it was no. I actually saw Black Widow in the theater,
They
but
saw it with me, I think.
yeah, I did. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I think it was above par. A lot of the things, like Adam said, the Sam Raimi effects in there,
Oh,
like the Sam
so
Raimi
good.
factor was definitely in there.
Oh.
I think that actually stepped it above
Yeah.
normal MCU fare. Now, it wasn't like super great. It wasn't super wonderful, but it definitely did what I needed it to do. Obviously, we're always going to want more, but come on, we got fucking so many more movies to go. So,
Yeah. So my thoughts on it. I went into the theater, and, covering this shit every day for the past couple years. We're always talking about, Tom Cruise showing up as Iron Man and blah, 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 blah. And I went to the movie and I just started watching it. And within 10 minutes, I just forgot about all that bullshit of expectations. It was sort of like Spider-Man No Way Home, right? We heard about Toby and Andrew in there, but like I went to go see the movie, I didn't even think about that until it actually happened. And the same thing was with Doctor Strange. I don't think seeing WandaVision is a must-see at all because, like I said, like I know people who hasn't seen WandaVision and they enjoyed it. They understood what was going on. I thought Scarlet Witch was the best part of the movie. She was a
Absolutely.
standout.
No question.
I love Sam Raimi's direction in the movie.
Mhm.
And I thought the 2-hour length was perfect. I hear so
Absolutely.
I hear so much shit because I remember last week me and Danny were talking on here about 2 hours. Like is 2 hours enough? And I said I don't know how they're gonna fit all this bullshit into 2 hours. Well, it was easy because all that bullshit wasn't in the movie. Like this whole Iron Man shit and all this other shit.
Ghost Rider showing up and shit.
None
Like
of that was in the movie.
no.
That's why
Tobey Maguire. No.
Yeah. So I enjoyed the movie. I was fascinated. Like from the moment Scarlet Witch just said, "Oh yeah, look, I'm tricking you," and it was like full on, like she is just evil. I'm like, oh man, I'm loving the shit out of this, man. Like,
I was going to talk about that in spoilers, but okay.
Yeah, it was just
everybody's just messing up with the spoilers tonight.
we all knew she was the bad guy of the movie.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I actually want to point out, I said it a few streams back that I thought she was going to be the bad guy, and you were all like, no, it's going to be a variant.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah. I said that like 3 streams ago.
but Kevin Feige said she was going to be the villain when he first announced Multiverse of Madness.
I definitely think that maybe WandaVision is not required, but if you watch it, then you know why the stakes are about the kids and stuff. Because if you you don't know why she's so crazy about those kids.
I mean, seriously, honest to God, if you're a mom and you have kids and you've never seen WandaVision, you'll completely wholeheartedly understand why her motivation is. Because as a father to a son that has a mom, I could take her to this movie and she'd be like, "Way to go, Wanda! Do you know anything about the MCU? Nope, but way to go, Wanda."
The thing is, I'm sorry. Like here's how I see it. Okay, it's kind of like the first Avengers movie. Yes, seeing the first 5 films before the Avengers, okay, it gives you more context. Okay, for the movie, but you can go into Avengers without seeing those and still know exactly what's going on because they explain. Because they explain this shit. And yes, same thing with Infinity War and same thing with Multiverse of Madness. All right, they've actually gotten a lot better at that.
Yeah, it was like because I mean I only seen the movie once, but I don't recall her saying that she lost her kids at the end of WandaVision in this movie. She just said, "I lost everything. I blew a hole in the guy I love's head, and I want to go to the different universe to find my children so I can be happy." So you don't know the context of her creating kids and all that stuff. Like they hint at Westview from WandaVision,
and they do. Doctor Strange does mention that she created her kids with magic.
Oh, maybe okay.
And she lost them, yeah.
So everything is everything that happened was condensed.
It's reference.
So
they even brought in No Way Home briefly. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, we had a spider incident in New York. So yeah.
Let me get to. I got like 4 super chats I got to get to. WandaVision is not required, but recommended. Well, I mean, if you want to go back and see it, I will say this. I wouldn't say it's recommended. I said. I think that Doctor Strange enhances the viewing of WandaVision if you decide to go back and rewatch it. But I said in my review, for all those people that bitching, no Mephisto, blah 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 blah. The Mephisto wasn't in there because of your expectations. It was in there to set up Doctor Strange.
My thing, like the way I see this movie, my biggest complaint, my only real complaint with WandaVision, honestly, was the finale of it, because I found it very underwhelming, because it just seemed like it seemed like standard MCU fare. It's just the bad version of the hero fighting the hero.
That was the ending done by Marvel Committee. Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness, the way Wanda was portrayed, was what I wanted them to do in that fucking finale. Just her going batshit.
Yeah.
So I was so fucking happy to see that. I've been waiting to see this version of Scarlet Witch for fucking ever. So I was so fucking happy.
Poe threw in a $1.99 super chat. Doctor Strange ? This was Wanda and Strange too. What the fuck? I don't get what that means. Well, it is Doctor Strange. Lame Duck threw in a $2 super chat. MVP of the movie, Rachel McAdams' pants. Goodness. I wasn't paying attention, man. I was too busy looking at Elizabeth Olsen.
Damn right.
Matthew threw in a $5 super chat. Scarlet Witch went full carry in that scene. Okay, so that gives me my next topic. Danny, how do you feel about Scarlet Witch being the main villain? Because I see a lot of stuff going around. People are pissed off at that. Oh, I can't believe you made her a bad guy. Blah blah blah.
Love it.
What's your thoughts on it, Danny?
I don't have a problem with that because it kind of changed a different formula MCU uses. We don't often see a good guy, someone that we deem really a good guy, go truly to the dark side like she did. This movie also made it people that saw it know that, look, they can get a little gory, they can get a little bloody, they can go push the envelope. So I really like that. So I'm hoping that when they do Doctor Strange movies in the future, they will call Sam Raimi, because I think he hit on to something. And if they want to go a little darker side, kind of like DC, then I think that's their guy. If they want to stay more on the light side and go with the Russos or the Taika Waititis, but if they want to get something dark, I would call Mr. Raimi.
I gotta say, so going to like my favorite part in the whole movie was my favorite parts in the movie were when it kind of leaned on Raimi-ness. So let's go back to so I'll go like not beat by beat, but like, okay, first 10 minutes of the movie, he's in like the gap dimension. Awesome, great. They get back to New York. That whole scene fighting, the Gorgonite or whatever the fuck the name is, that was so Spider-Man 2, Dr. Octopus, like fight. Like that just reminded you of who Raimi was and what his best parts of him were. And then you move on and you move forward and you get into when she's in Carmitage, when she comes out and she's bending around. Actually, when she comes out of the stuff, I was like, that's so Raimi right there. And then obviously when they're in Dimension 838 or whatever it is. And then she's going all full batshit crazy on the Illuminati. I was like, that is those were my favorite parts.
That was the greatest.
Those were Raimi-ness to me, because immediately I was watching that and I was like, that's dragged me to hell if ain't nobody ever seen it. Like that's some, type shit right there. And the other thing I wanted to mention is the fact that we're getting into this, like Danny was mentioning, we're getting into this fact of Disney Disney changing their formula of who the villains are, because they were so cookie cutter. But Disney has had a mandate, even in their regular animation movies, of they no longer want to have a full-on villain. They want to have like not really an ambiguous villain of a movie, but no longer like a clear cut, this is the bad guy. So we kind of started it, and what people praised was in Shang-Chi, when the father was just misguided. And everybody was like, okay, I understand. And then we can even go back to Black Panther, where Killmonger misguided, but we understand his motivation. And then Thanos, same thing. And then now we have the same thing with Wanda, where she's misguided. She's looking for her children. She's not really a villain, but she's doing villainous things, and that gives you the whole antagonizing part of the movie. So that's where we're getting into this whole shift of the type of formula that the MCU is doing. But now don't get fucking stale with it. Now don't hit me with some vampire and Blade that just was like, oh my God, I got bit by accident and I wanted to make everybody like me. Fuck out of here. You're a vampire.
What do you guys think of the Illuminati reveal?
I loved it.
Black Bolt and Reed Richards, oh my God. The fact that they had balls to do that.
No. Okay, here's why I loved it. And it's not that these are great cameos. I liked that they were smaller cameos, because they weren't. some big extravagant thing distracting from the story or anything. Okay, like if you had like Tom Cruise in there as Iron Man, it would have been distracting. If you had Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, it would have been completely distracting. Okay, these are just they're decent cameos. Okay, to get your cameos get your cameo fill. Okay, but they don't distract from the story itself. All right, and the fact that had you had Tom Cruise or friggin' Tobey Maguire getting taken out by fucking Wanda in that scene,
they were not signing off on that. Period.
Yeah, they were not. So that was bullshit. The thing is, actually, I don't know if you guys know this before, because spoilers. Krasinski is Reed Richards in this.
Mhm.
All right, but Johan Gruffed actually shot his scenes for that scene first, and Krasinski signed on later, and they reshot it with Krasinski.
Probably because they want to test the waters on what the reaction be, so they can sign him for
exactly.
the actual MCU.
And the reaction was good. Okay, the problem with doing that, though, is that you're not giving that character the best introduction when he goes off and immediately gets himself killed.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay, if Johan Gruffed did it, okay, you wouldn't care. He's not Reed Richards in a series anymore. If this is a guy you're anticipating, probably not good to introduce him here.
But
it's
a multiverse version of him, though. It's not. It's not. I mean, they killed Professor X. Does that take away anything from Professor X?
No. Okay,
well, Professor X has had freaking like 6 movies,
right.
as opposed to Reed Richards not even having one.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the pop from the theater when he showed up.
Oh yeah, every theater.
Dude, the music,
went nuts. Yeah,
the music.
Oh, I'm talking about Reed Richards. I'm talking about Reed Richards.
Him. Okay, all right.
There's a guy next to me. I swear, he was crazy the whole movie. I was like, I had to turn to make sure you was all right. But the whole movie went nuts when Reed Richards popped up. I felt like my whole theater was full of geeks.
And to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four fan, but I read a few of the comic books. Out of all the iterations, that 5 minutes felt more like Reed Richards than all the other Reed Richards I've ever seen. Like soon as she mentioned the Baxter estate or whatever the fuck she mentioned, Rachel McAdams, I was like, oh shit. So, and then the fact that they brought Black Bolt in. If I'm not mistaken, he has his mask on, but I think it was the guy who actually played him in that.
It
was Anson Mount. Yeah, it was the same actor.
I got 3 super chats I gotta get to. Jake said you can argue that the Darkhold was the real villain. Yeah, technically, the book was the real villain. Sam Raimi just posted on $1.99 super. Sam Raimi is the new Zack Snyder watch. Zack Snyder wishes he was Sam Raimi. And then we got a big super chat from the Chosen One. Always expected Wanda's turn and dreaded it, but seeing the first act in the direction it was shook. I think he meant took. Also, Black Bolt was his own emoji.
So now the thing is, so I'm thinking about it like, yeah, the Darkhold was the villain. The Darkhold in that book was just as much of a villain as the goddamn book from
Evil Dead.
What's his name? No, not Evil Dead. What's the name of the fuck? Hocus Pocus. If you're gonna call the book in Hocus Pocus like the villain, you're completely missing the point, because the book is just a book. It's who's using the book.
Yeah, the book is
and the thing is, the Darkhold. If you in the movie they explain the Darkhold was actually meant for the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
the temple.
It's like saying bullets kill people. Like, fuck out of here. Guns kill people because they're using bullets.
No, it was Scarlet Witch.
She probably could beat Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, because I mean she was like leveled up. And I've never seen her that strong except in the House of M. Never.
They actually fucking made it clear like she's like the strongest freaking person in this universe.
Yeah. Well, she was taking out
Thanos in fucking Endgame.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for they raided down the fire, she'd have killed him.
Gauntlet, though. If he had the Infinity Gauntlet, she wouldn't have beat him then. I'm saying now with the Darkhold, I think she is on par with him with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Now the thing is, I gotta say, after seeing her fight Thanos, regardless of however powerful or whatever MacGuffins each one had, she could have easily destroyed anybody in this fucking movie with or without those powers. After seeing her go up against Thanos, so in my opinion, she was underpowered for the point of the story. You know, because if she was as powerful as she was, she could have just been like, "Fuck you guys, fuck you guys, fuck you guys." She could have done that. She could have done what she did to everybody in 838. As America, this, that, and the third, because America didn't really do anything other than bold people between multiverses, and she didn't really have some type of power. I mean, shit, look how she beat her by just showing her her kids. Like she didn't do anything. It's not like she fucking was like, "Come
Yeah.
here, bitch," and no, she was just like, "Here, look at this." Ooh. And,
Dark
yeah.
Knight 1406 threw a $10 super chat and said, if Sam Raimi directs Doctor Strange 3, and if that movie is really dark and there's literally no paint by Feige MCU jokes, I'm letting you know right now it won't be a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, the thing is that the Sam Raimi, okay, so with this movie, you can completely tell that half of this movie was done by Marvel by committee, and the other half was Sam Raimi. So the
Mhm.
thing is that if the movie went full Sam Raimi, you would lose a lot of people who are MCU devotees, and if the movie went full MCU, you would lose a lot of people because MCU is getting kind of stale, and they needed to pump some blood into it. I mean, and Sam Raimi, honestly, Sam Raimi was kind of thrown in at the last second because Scott Derrickson pulled out. So
Yeah.
what he was able to do with this movie and not say, "Oh, I'm leaving because of creative differences," was amazing. But I'm sure there's a shit ton of footage left on the cutting room floor that we couldn't show because of the PG-13 rating.
Yeah,
So
they said it was
absolutely.
35 minutes longer.
Exactly, and there was so many like cool parts. Like I'm sure he showed fucking like Captain Carter getting split in half, but he couldn't
Yeah.
do it. He just had to do a close-up shot and some blood. So it's okay.
He probably for sure brain matter whenever Black Bolt
Oh,
for that.
absolutely,
Oh.
absolutely. I'm sure they had a whole point where it's like,
When it just like imploded in on itself, it was like,
yeah, it's
holy
like your
Hey,
skull is as
shit.
powerful as
and
your
the
fucking. Okay, cool,
and the
awesome.
way she killed Professor X, man, and that to me that was the
Just
coolest kill. Bro.
You know what
Yeah.
it is? If you so
Like that was
so
perfect.
so there's so many videos online of like all the kills and a compilation of the kills. If you slow that down and you pause it, she actually looks like the woman from Drag Me to Hell when she's snapping Professor
Yeah.
Xavier's neck. She looks just like the Lamia or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Mhm.
Oh, the gypsy woman. So
Louise or Lewis threw in a $5 super chat. Happy Mom Day. Mom is awesome. Wanda stole the show. Lizzie deserves Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. All right, so look at this.
With all that.
Again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. But I will say this. It doesn't deserve an Oscar nomination.
No.
It's awesome. It was fun, but Oscar nominate like you.
It was
really
a great performance, but Oscar nomination's a stretch.
I haven't
that
seen. I haven't
not for
seen
this
any-
movie. She needs the Oscar now. Maybe she needed an Emmy for fucking WandaVision, but not an Oscar nomination. No, absolutely.
No,
not.
like the only movie I ever seen her in that she could have got an Oscar nomination was probably Wind River. Like she was, and not even then
Oh,
the
yeah, she was great
competition
in
for
that.
that year was insane. So hold on. Speaking of Wind River, because thinking Elizabeth Olsen, Jeremy Renner, you know who could have stopped all this shit from happening? Fucking
Who?
Hawkeye. Because Hawkeye and her have that special relationship. If he would have went, think about it. He's the one that talked her in the not being
He's
scared
talking
in the Age of
about, like,
Ultron.
You're an Avenger now, so the second
Yeah.
you walk out that door, you decide what you're gonna do.
Civil War, he came to her. He came to her aid and saved her Civil War. They had that moment by the lake at the end of Endgame. I'm telling you, if he would have went to him like, look,
Nah,
Wanda,
he can't.
what are
He's
you
still
doing?
he's still crying and reeling over fucking Black Widow. Come on, man, he ain't got time for that
Like,
shit.
what are you doing? Like, what are
I
you doing,
don't,
Wanda?
I don't think you can talk out of motherhood.
Yeah, you can't.
and
Yeah,
not
you
going
can't
after
get a
that
work
kid.
wife that quick. I mean, you can't do that. Like that doesn't work. That motherhood shit is strong, brother. I'm telling you, that shit is tough. Think about it. There's a reason why this movie came out on Mother's Day, like low key.
I
It
didn't
came
even
out on the
think
weekend
about
of Mother's
that.
Day. So shit, they weren't pushing the mother angle, but then it was like, oh wow, motherly.
Just happened to line up.
Yeah,
So
just
Poe
happy
threw a
coincidence.
$1.99 super chat in about Avatar 2. Look, just letting everybody know, I'm gonna answer this super chat. We'll go around, everybody can say their piece on it, and that's all we're gonna say. We're gonna jump right back into WandaVision because this is gonna be a straight WandaVision discussion. But we'll talk about this. I seen the teaser, and it looks just like any other PlayStation 5 game I've ever played. Just saying.
I haven't seen the teaser, but I'm definitely gonna go see it.
You can't. It's only in front of Doctor Strange 2. The boat is sailed for you, brother.
Okay.
It'll hit the internet. Man. Go ahead,
no.
Adam. I know you like Jam Cameron.
I'm just playing, Danny.
No, I thought the teaser looked cool, but it doesn't tell me anything about the story or what he's doing with the sequel. So I really don't have an opinion.
I gotta say, it looks good, but I mean, I'm not gonna underplay it. It's a teaser. They're not really showing much, but from all my experience, James Cameron is a boss when it comes to sequels.
Yeah, let's see what he
just
copies this
saying.
time.
Just saying, if he hits it, right now he's on a two sequel streak that he's fucking amazing. Aliens and Terminator 2. And if he pulls off this third sequel, I'm sure he got it.
Yep.
Post
You
said,
think it'll make as much as the first one?
Oh,
no.
I'm thinking it's making more.
Really
Damn.
than the first one?
Oh, absolutely. You know, worldwide appeal. Definitely gonna get released in China. Day one.
Oh, internationally, yeah.
Disney's gonna push it like a mother because they have a whole theme park they gotta freaking promote with the movies and all these new things are gonna happen. Oh, this movie's
yeah, but the
blowing it out of
first
the
one
water.
stayed in theaters for like a year straight.
Yeah, this one too, and they're gonna re-release Avatar right in theaters right before they drop this second one. But this is a Doctor Strange discussion, so let's keep it going.
We'll talk about Fern Gully 2 when it comes out later on this year. Poe said this was overhyped, and this is a Wanda movie, not the Doctor Strange. No, it's a Doctor Strange. That's like people saying that Captain America: Civil War was an Iron Man movie. It was still. Captain America was the main protagonist of that movie. It just had Iron Man in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is Doctor Strange's movie. It opened with Doctor Strange. It ended with Doctor Strange. Wanda was just the other side of that coin.
She's not. It's a Doctor Strange movie for real. But in my opinion, if I got to be real honest, I'm not a huge Doctor Strange fan. I understand the reason why he's in the MCU and what he brings to it, but he's always, added next to people. That's why it took him so long to have another secondary movie because he's always needed to be added to someone else's film and not for like a universal standpoint of Hulk, but this is just because he's not as strong of a character to be able to be there. I mean, yeah, your fingers and shit. I mean, carpal tunnel all day, but I mean, it's not
another 3 or 4 movies coming before they do another Doctor Strange too.
Exactly.
Multiverse.
You can't.
2 or 3, whatever. I think that would dilute his character more than help it.
Yeah, he's not a main character to me. Benedict Cumberbatch is not a draw to go to the movies.
And you know what irritates me too is he's not the Sorcerer Supreme. That's like the fat Thor joke. It went on too long. Wong. Okay, I need to switch back. I know Wong, he was here doing the snap, but you're not the Sorcerer Supreme. People ain't coming after Wong, they come after Strange. So that kind of irritates me that he's still holding that title.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can see that too because it is kind of a pushback, and I feel like if that catches steam, I'm sure Asian Americans are going to be like, "What the fuck? We're the Sorcerer Supreme, but we're getting pushed to the side." Some yada yada.
Yeah,
nonsense.
probably something like that.
And so I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying. I get your point completely, 100%. Because he's like, I'm Sorcerer Supreme. It was that running joke of you got to bow to me type shit, and I was like, I feel like that. If I'm going to be honest, I felt like that was for the Chinese market, the same way you had the Chinese delegation of the.
I didn't think of that, but I thought it was.
What's his name? So it's a whole Chinese push.
Kind of like the Fat Thor. That joke ran too long.
The Fat Thor thing really went too far.
It was funny at first, but then the whole show, he's oh come on, and now they still carrying that over into Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because he's doing the workout shit.
That's gonna be the first 2 minutes, Danny. That's gonna be the first 2 minutes of the movie. It's gonna be a little montage of him losing weight, and then they're not even gonna mention it again.
Yeah, because the thing is that every other shot you see in the trailer, he's already back to regular form.
Yeah.
So
the Chosen One threw in another super chat. Elizabeth won't win, but she needs a nomination, in my opinion.
No. She needed a nomination for WandaVision to get the Emmy. She doesn't need it for movies. Like,
if you guys actually think that was an Oscar-worthy performance,
I don't know. Y'all need to watch more movies. I feel like all y'all doing is watching like Final Fantasy.
Her performance wasn't strong as either Joker to me. I mean, she was good, but she just wasn't strong as Phoenix.
She wasn't strong at all. I mean, it was a good performance, but I felt like she really was able to spread her wings in WandaVision, not this movie. I mean, yes, she spread her wings, but not in like an acting point of view. As in a villainous point of view, sure.
Yeah.
As a Marvel Comics villain,
I like Paul Bettany's performance better too. He commands the stage better than she does to me.
Correct. Exactly.
I have seen other comic book movies where we had better performances with actors that were way better performances that didn't get nominated than Wanda before I can go with
Killmonger.
I can go with that performance. I can go with Michael Fassbender as Magneto, Days of Future Past, Professor X, James McAvoy. I can go Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and Logan.
Yeah, Logan. Yeah, Logan was awesome.
I mean, shit. You can even go back to what's his name, Magneto, in any of the first 3 X-Men. Like
I don't like the
he's
old
he just
Magneto.
he just, but he's a good actor. That's what I'm saying. Like he
Yeah.
came, and when them two had, it was like Xavier and Magneto on the screen was like Pacino and De Niro and Heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say it was the same level, but it was like two really good
Yeah.
actors commanding
see
the
the-
screen, going
I
pushing
see the
back and forth.
comparison, but I
You know what
think
I'm saying?
Fassbender is so much better than the.
Yeah, I
so,
give you that. Yeah, he is a little better, but again, he's a screen actor as opposed to a comic book movie. Like what other
Yeah.
movies Elizabeth Olsen really in except like some semi-serious
She
film?
was
You
in
know what I mean?
she was in Godzilla, the first Godzilla. She was in Wind River, and that one movie that it was like an indie
She
film.
has a lot of other stuff, but they're indie films. They're
Yeah,
nothing
but none
special.
of them
So
are Oscar-worthy type performances.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
can stop talking about that. I appreciate you guys in the comments saying that and talking about that, but that is
maybe they get an
we're
Oscar
missing
for
the
like
point. We're missing the point, yeah.
costumes because the costumes was on fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael Joyce doing a $5 super chat. I had a great time seeing Multiverse Madness. Sam Raimi really nailed it. The cameos are really surprised me, but I wanted a Deadpool cameo.
Not ready yet. They haven't that deal is not ready to happen yet.
This movie was way too
Ryan
serious.
Reynolds was way too busy. Ryan Reynolds released like 3 movies like last year. He didn't have no fucking time to show up to this at all. So
It was way too serious of a film dealing with like loss of kids and stuff to have Ryan Reynolds come in and go, "Hey guys."
Well, somebody told me, and I don't want y'all believe this, that they didn't have the original Cap Marvel in there, Brie Larson, because they didn't want to see her get killed on screen.
yeah, because the thing is that it's not that they don't want to see, like they're not going to show her getting killed ever. So the thing is that once you're a mainstay character, you're not going to get killed on screen. And the thing is that Brie has it. So like Brie and that girl, you know, they were both in, you know, the first Captain Marvel, but we know that she's coming back. You kill Brie, that's like a big character to kill. But with this, you know, with this girl, you know, there's 3 Captain Marvels in this next movie. So
didn't Kevin Feige said that Cap Marvel was the most powerful hero in the MCU universe? Now it looks like that shifted to Scarlet Witch.
I mean, we haven't seen. Yeah, I guess you can say that. I guess you can say that. But I mean, who knows? But again, their whole loophole of being able to kill them off and bring them back later is they were variants of a different Earth. So you know, if they don't bring back Reed Richards and he says I don't want to cut, like, you know, Krasinski's like I don't want to do it. My reception was terrible. They can be like, cool, we can bring back the other guy because you were a variant anyway.
But this variant did had the best fight against Scarlet Witch, so I guess that's saying something. She lasted the longest, put up the better fight.
Who are we talking about?
This Cap Marvel, the Black Cat Marvel.
Oh, I mean, when did the other one fight? Did the other Captain Marvel fight Wanda?
Yeah, the Black Cat. The lady that was the Black Cat Marvel. She put up the better fight at the Illuminati.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because we know we're gonna see her again. We ain't gonna see. I mean, shit. We all knew we wasn't gonna see Black Bolt anymore because his ass couldn't even keep a hold of TV show. Krasinski, we don't know if he's gonna come back, so we give him a little bit of speeches and then kill him. Captain Carter, they knew that they were gonna playing off of What If, so they were like, and on top of that, they were like, let's hold the 2 women at the end, so it's a women fight. so they killed her off quick, and then they gave the, you know, Captain Marvel the most time on screen.
Got a few super chats here. Cedric says, "Does anyone know who the woman is in post-credit scene in Doctor Strange?" I looked it up. But I looked it up. I forgot already.
Yeah, her name is Clea. Yeah. Apparently, in the 1960s, she was one time she was married to him, and what it is that she is, I think, the half sister to Dormammu, because she runs that dark wherever universe in the first movie that Dormammu got pushed to. She's like the queen of that, and she saw the way they're connecting it. I think is that she saw him fight Dormammu in the beginning, but she's been living in that dark universe, and now she's coming because there was a incursion or whatever they want to call it. And so she's a character that's known, but somebody made a good point. Right now, we're way past the known superheroes.
Jeremy John said that.
Yeah, we're way past the known superheroes.
Yeah, we're in deep cut territory.
Yeah, exactly. We're now in, like, you got to know these people to really understand who that was.
And I have not been that far in the comics in a very, very long time. And I gotta be honest with you, like even at the end of Eternals when Thanos' brother came out, I didn't know who the fuck that dude was.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, we're getting there. So the thing
you gotta have Terrence on the show because he knows all that shit. Oh my god.
What's up, Chris? 2 more super chats to get to. Justin Lane Duck says Patrick Stewart, Professor X dying for the 3rd time. That was the 3rd time.
X3, X-Men United, Logan, and now this one.
Yep. And then the last super chat from Matthew throwing a $5 super chat. Jackie Early Haley as Rorschach was also phenomenal. Exactly. That was a great performance.
Now that's a movie where I can see people getting nominated for Oscars. Like DC movies go more serious tone, more real acting to portray the darkness of the characters, and that's where I can see if anybody I can see, getting Oscar nominations because they're just taking them in a different way.
Yeah, like Natalie Portman in V for Vendetta too. Like that was a great performance.
Shut up. I know you're forgetting. That was a terrible performance.
Oh crap, man.
Bro, her accent broke how many times in that damn movie? Get away from me. It
was phenomenal.
That movie, no, she's man, please.
All right, Chris. Hit me. What you got?
What you think of the movie? What you think of the movie?
Really? You won't mind my thoughts?
I would love it. I want to hear.
Well, you came in, so I figured you'd tell me my thoughts. I don't know. Adam said he had to go reset a router. I don't know why you need to reset a router when he's on his cell phone, but whatever.
Hey, things happen. I thought the movie was actually pretty good. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I think people overhyped, people who hate the movie overhyped it. Basically,
I agree.
What they did with WandaVision, they were wanting more. And didn't get it, so therefore they hated the movie. I'm a horror guy, so I love the horror aspect of it. The fact that they were killing, everybody in it. People were cheering when they saw Mr. Fantastic. People were cheering when they saw Professor Xavier. I was like, okay, that's cool, but it didn't make the movie for me. I'm like a lot of you. Elizabeth Olsen's portrayal of Wanda made me really.
Yeah,
I enjoyed more of that, and then I've seen people where they were complaining about Wanda. It's more Wanda movie than it is Strange. It's
but that doesn't make no sense because when these villains have smaller roles in the movies, what do you hear? Oh man, the villain was lame. The villain was barely in the movie. Then when you have the villain actually have a significant part, Wanda, it was a Wanda movie. Not like you can't make these people happy for shit.
I know, and
you just can't.
I was saying that for years.
You're right.
Building Wanda since Ultron to this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this huge story arc of where she became, tried to become the hero, and then becomes the villain.
If you either live long enough to see yourself become the villain or die a hero. So
that's like saying, The Dark Knight's a Joker movie. It's like
you
can't make these people. GG Movie Channel said movie didn't mention the events of Loki, and he Raimi. Well, no, there's a lot of videos out there explaining that there's a difference between multiverse and time.
Yeah,
there's a difference between that.
Now I do want to. Now one thing I have not heard you guys talk about yet. I might have missed it, but is the end credit scene where Charlize Theron's character comes.
Yeah, we just talked about that right before you jumped in. Yeah, we were talking about it right before you jumped in. But
Wars.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's setting up Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's what's setting up.
Yeah.
And because we know Secret Wars is being set up because of the on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be like it's setting it up now, Disney Plus, and then it's gonna go into the big movies later on. So that's the new thing that's happening.
This is not Wanda. This is not Doctor Strange movie. It's a WandaVision 2. That's
bullshit.
That's the most ignorant.
Overhyped the movie, and he's upset about it. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's an ignorant statement. Yeah. But to get into the Loki thing, Loki has the events of Loki has no business in this because this is multiverse of madness. This has nothing to do with time.
Yeah.
I never saw the Loki. I stopped after the first episode. I never finished it. I didn't care.
Oh, dude,
and
it's
I
good.
feel like I didn't even need it. I feel like I didn't even need it.
Well, for this movie, you didn't need it because Loki is just that. It's the same universe. It's the 616 universe, but it's just a different time variant of that universe. This is multiverse. This is complete time travel and universe. Multiverses have two completely different things.
Yeah. I get that. I feel like Doc Strange should be popping up like, holy gigawatts! Like,
ODG said, "Damn straight, Poe, WandaVision 2. You guys are all just like
they're the ones.
Listen, okay,
y'all, your mom, your grandma's all going to be in that damn movie, and they wasn't, and then they get all disappointed and butthurt.
Yeah, just like Mephisto at the end of WandaVision. Like,
Hey, listen, when it comes to this movie, it is through and through a fucking Doctor Strange movie. Doctor Strange is the one going through this journey to try to save fucking Wanda. Wanda may be the fucking villain, and yes, she does steal the show. She does steal the fucking show, but I'm sorry. Doctor Strange is the main fucking character of this movie, and the story is really about him trying to help Wanda. It's not about anything else. And trying to help America Chavez, who... I don't know if we discussed her when I was gone and had to reset my router.
No, we have not jumped on that yet. I'll wait.
If I'm being honest, I liked the character. She didn't bother me at all. I thought she was fun.
She just wasn't as I want to say not as important. I felt like she was the MacGuffin of the movie. She was. Like, I really felt like that's what she was. That was her whole point.
She was sort of a MacGuffin, but I love how she is able to defeat Wanda in the end, because I think she realized that the only thing that can the only thing she will listen to is herself.
Correct.
And her children.
Yeah. And Hawkeye.
So and what I love about that is like the whole ending is a callback to Spider-Man 2, the whole "I will not die a monster" mentality.
Correct. Exactly.
And that was brilliant. You know what?
Fuck it. That's exactly the same thing as Spider-Man 2. Because
it is. It's exactly the same thing as that.
Yes. On her, and that's
exactly what it is.
Did.
And what I loved about this movie too was all the Evil Dead imagery in the fucking movie.
I love
the movie. Okay, you got bodies being possessed, zombies walking around, and the whole story is revolved around a book. It's fucking Evil Dead. Okay,
Evil Dead, badass. Spider-Man 2. He's like, let me just put on the best shits I've ever done. You know.
I want to know what Danny, because Danny's gonna say something. What were you saying, Danny?
Sorry, Danny.
No, I was just saying. I was referring to what Sharif was saying. All that hand gesture. I wonder how long he's standing in front of the mirror to yell that shit. Because I mean, that's all you saw.
He was performing his ninjutsu, man.
I'm telling you, man. If there's ever a Naruto movie, you know he's gonna pull a cameo.
Yeah. Lewis doing a $5 super chat ranking, which is funny because I'm actually doing a Phase 4 ranking later this week. Phase 4 ranking: No Way Home #1, Shang-Chi #2, Multiverse Madness #3, Black Widow #4, Eternals #5. I actually have, spoiler alert, I have Multiverse Madness #1. With Spider-Man #2.
I got
dude. Honestly,
then the rest of those are right.
Multiverse of Madness is my #1 for Phase 4 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I like No Way Home, but I wasn't like a huge fan. I haven't even gone back to watch it again.
No way
I saw it in the theater.
No Way Home, bro.
But Shang-Chi, I've watched a whole shit ton of times. So
I gotta go back and watch Shang-Chi again. Well, see, I've seen them all only once. The only one I've seen multiple times is Black Widow. Multiverse of Madness, it's my #1. Spider-Man No Way Home, I like. There's just way too many problems with that movie.
I agree.
I could spend a day just breaking down all the problems with that movie.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, I thought was entertaining. Eternals, I really enjoyed, but I can see why a lot of people don't like it. So I understand why that's in that spot. That's something for me to enjoy because I like that slow talking shit, you know. But I would go probably Multiverse of Madness, No Way Home, and then probably Shang-Chi #3. And I might even put Shang-Chi over Spider-Man No Way Home just because, again, the problems I had with No Way Home, man, there was like a lot of problems that people don't talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now Phase 4 is working out well. I think they're getting into their groove of finding where Disney Plus fits in within the phases, and I think that they're gonna really, hopefully, going forward now, they're gonna like learn to really, start to learn how to dig it in between the movies properly to be able to really flesh it out.
I mean, hell, if you watch my best of the year video, shit, I put Black Widow above No Way Home, so I'm the only person on the earth who did. But fuck it,
you're right.
You are right. You know,
I am. I don't give a shit.
They made that one club jacket just for you.
I had a lot less problems with Black Widow than I did No Way Home. Okay, let's just put it that way.
I think Spider-Man No Way Home had more of the heartfelt because of the Toby and Andrew. But
I'll give you that.
Black Widow was a much better put together film.
It is. Yeah.
If you're looking just as a film, like script and directing.
It's a
Black
Widow's
better put together film. No Way Home just does.
And also the acting. Also Florence Pugh did a really good job with that character.
No Way Home just didn't make any damn sense. If you actually go back and watch that movie, it makes no sense.
No sense at all.
Yeah, I have no desire to go back. Like for me, I've said that No Way Home is the best of the three Tom Hollands for me because it was the closest to the original Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Like to him being a Spider-Man and not a Spider Kid. Mr. Stark. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit no more.
Yeah.
So I liked it the best because of that, but it still wasn't anything that I really give a shit about.
Yeah, it's definitely the best out of the MCU Spider-Mans.
Absolutely.
Very well. Can you get my top 5?
Your top 5 is probably Spider-Man number 1.
Okay.
Multiverse Madness number 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Shang-Chi number 3.
No.
Black Widow number 3.
Black Widow number 3.
I know Eternals is dead last.
Shang-Chi number 4, yeah. Eternals last. Yeah, man, Eternals is gonna keep dropping. I don't care what movie comes out next. It's just gonna keep going down the list because I don't give a shit. I mean, Black Panther 2 and then freaking Thor is gonna be great. So it's just gonna keep dropping.
I'm not even looking forward to Thor.
I don't know if it's Thor or should I call it Guardians in the Galaxy 2.5. I don't fucking know.
I think the Guardians of the Galaxy is only gonna be in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're not gonna be all that.
Yeah. It's gonna be a montage beginning of the movie with him and Guardians and him losing the weight and him realizing, I got to do something different in my life. We got a super chat. Matt 1306 says, "What's up?"
Scenes where he's wearing the Thor armor like he always does.
Yeah.
And then there's another scene where he's wearing like the vest.
Yeah.
Like the white shirt vest. So I think that the Thor armor piece probably comes at the beginning. And then the other piece comes maybe later in the movie, or hooks back up with him or something. Or
I don't know. I do think there's gonna be a montage, like in the beginning, Guardians 2, where you see them fighting that alien thing at the credits and stuff. I think that's what's gonna be at the beginning of that, and that's gonna be where he loses the weight and everything. And then because you see him like putting the thing down, and the Guardians are fighting. He doesn't really care. He's like, whatever. And then he's losing his way, and that's when Natalie Portman's gonna take over, and then he's probably gonna become Thor again at the end, and. We
all know Natalie Portman's in it for a season, not a long time. She's only in it to the end of this fucking movie, and we all know. I mean, if we read comics, we all know why. But it'll be like a to the moms of the or the caring people of the thing.
I got 2 super chats. One from Matt 1306 throwing $5. Thank you. You think Wanda's dead? Nope. I think she is, but she can come back as a variant. She's not dead. We did not see a body.
No.
Plus, she has magic, so that thing she can easily protect herself from that. But no Vision because this Wanda is unredeemable. I don't believe that either.
She didn't kill too many people. She killed people on another Earth. She didn't kill nobody on 616.
And it wasn't even her that killed it. It was a version she possessed that killed him.
Yeah.
See, listen, this is actually why I loved that Professor X was in the movie. Okay, and it goes back to what this guy was just saying. Okay, because he makes the statement. It's one of his most famous statements. Just because someone stumbles and falls and loses their way doesn't mean they're lost forever.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, which is definitely applicable to Wanda.
And which is exactly the same philosophy he used with Doctor Strange. I think we can trust this Doctor Strange to talk to him because we couldn't trust the other one, but we can possibly trust this one, and he was right.
Mm-hmm.
So
he told Eric that fucking speech like a million times. So
I didn't like the way he did that in one.
There's always a speech, and nobody cares anymore.
go ahead, Danny.
So I don't like the way, like in Endgame, the ancient one said he's the best of us. And then in this movie, they're saying he's the worst. He's the reason why all this problem going on in the multiverse, and the only one that believed him was Professor X. So in one movie they painted him the best, and now in this movie they painted him the worst. The only
but again, it's a variant. It was
it's a different universe.
838
I
is the worst.
That, but Mordo had the thought pattern that all strangers were bad until Professor X checked them and said, "No, I believe this. We can trust this one." But they had, to me, like the Illuminati Immortal being a cheerleader saying all the strangers were bad because all the strangers were arrogant, whatever the case may be, and causing problems. But Professor X had the foresight and insight to see that that's not true.
But Strange also made the good point, and you try to kill me in like every universe. So how do I know you don't hate me in this universe? That's why you're saying that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct, exactly. Because again, it is another variant of Mordo. Like he might have his reservations, like he did in the first movie, but he hasn't fully got to the point where he's ready to kill all sorcerers.
Yeah. I got 3 super chats. Let me hit these real quick. Lewis doing $5. Rank the MCU Disney Plus shows. Man, you guys are asking us way too much here. 1 Loki, 3 Moon Knight. I didn't even finish Moon Knight, so I tell you how I feel about that. I didn't watch the last 3 episodes. Sorry, I don't want to see dancing hippos. I can go watch my sister any other time. WandaVision, Hawkeye, What If, Falcon. I'm gonna go Falcon Winter Soldier number 1, WandaVision number 2, Hawkeye number 3, Loki, What If, and Moon Knight. I don't care. I don't like What If, and I didn't finish Moon Knight. You guys can just breeze on by it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. So for me, it's Loki number 1, Hawkeye number 2, WandaVision number 3, Falcon Winter Soldier number 4, Moon Knight 5, and What If 6.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of them, so I can't even begin. I haven't finished Moon Knight, haven't finished Loki. All I saw was WandaVision, Hawkeye, What If. So I'm not even going to jump into it.
My 1 is Falcon and Winter Soldier. 2 would be Moon Knight. 3 would be What If. 4 would be Loki. 5 Hawkeye, and 6 would be WandaVision.
Yeah.
My number 1 would be Hawkeye. Number 2 would be WandaVision. Number 3 would be Loki. Number 4 would be Falcon Winter Soldier. Number 5 would be Moon Knight. Number 6 would be What If.
And number 8 would be Halo because it sucks ass.
Hey, calm down there, my brother. I'm liking Halo, but
did you ever play Halo?
Of course I played, bro. The whole world I played Halo. Come on, 2004. That's the only thing the world was on. The whole world was on Halo in 2004.
That was the only reason to buy the original Xbox.
That was the only reason that was the only reason to get fucking Ethernet and fucking broadband. Like, come on. Like that game alone did for home internet what Avatar did for the movie theaters.
Well, I wish the show would do something for something. Poetic Gangster threw in a $5 super chat. MCU fanboys are the ones who overhyped every movie. Monster Paradise was yelling all week. Magneto was in the man. You guys in your spelling, Jesus. Lower your expectation. MCU ain't with it used to be. That I disagree with that because MCU it's the same MCU. It's just the fans or they're fucking
no. The fans don't know shit about real comics. They know the surface level shit, and they're happy about that. Now we're getting into the deeper levels, and now they're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and it's not really.
The MCU fans are slowly becoming Star Wars fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, you just hit the nail on the head right there, man.
You definitely did.
Oof.
Yep, you can't make anybody fucking happy.
No, you cannot.
Danny is 100% right on that fucking one.
But the thing is but the hardcore fans are going to stay there and support it and allow it to live on for years and years and years. So
no matter how bad Star Wars
good
is,
and bad,
I'm always going to go see it.
Absolutely. Like I don't even like Star Wars like that, but I'm watching Obi-Wan and I'm going to watch season 3. You know, fuck it.
I got my fingers crossed. Obi-Wan going to be fired because I want to see him go against Darth Vader again, man. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care. I want to see that fight.
It's going to happen. That's already been confirmed. Matt 1306 says she killed all the sorcerers in the 616 temple. That's true.
She did.
That
kill
was
a lot of
awesome,
people
though.
in the 616. But those people were like they were just cannon fodder. Like
it was
didn't have no
war,
real
man.
connection.
No,
I mean, she didn't really kill anybody. Like
those were a bunch of red shirts on a Star Trek.
No.
Exactly.
I loved how she was getting everyone through the reflections, and then she comes out of that symbol crawling out like she's a fucking deadite from Evil Dead or like the chick from The Ring. You know?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is
awesome.
that she didn't. What I mean by she didn't kill anybody in 616. She didn't kill any major superheroes.
Yeah.
She just killed regular people that were just cannon fodder. She didn't kill anybody big on that.
Oh yeah. I guess you could say Peggy Carter split on this one.
Yes.
Split decision on that one right there. Split decision.
I'm actually
Shades of Darth Maul.
Wait, what you say, Chris?
I'm surprised White Vision didn't show up at some point.
Yeah,
I
you know
was
the
thinking
whole.
too, Chris.
Listen, the movie was too woke to have another white person in the movie. We all know Disney's going that way.
Oh God, you're not wrong.
We had a Chinese,
That's
Sorcerer
great.
Supreme. We had Doctor Strange. We had a Hispanic America Chavez. We had an angry mom. We had a fucking a horse. I mean, we were already too jam packed to the gills. Bring another white guy. Come on, Doctor Strange is it.
Poe says, Poe throwing a big ass super chat in. Ban Poetic Gangster. Let me know. Want me to send 500 again? I mean, you sent me 500 right now. I'll ban the motherfucker right now.
He sent you $20. He sent you $20 just to consider doing 500. He was like, here.
Oh my God.
I mean, I blocked my own mom for fucking $500. Sick.
Oh my God. But nah, all in all, the things that we said today was great. I mean, the thing is that, Danny, MCU is getting super deep now, and we are becoming Star Wars fans. So if you were here from the beginning, like again, to equate it to Star Wars, if you were here since 77, you're gonna be here forever. 77 forever. So if you were here in 2008, forever. But now if you're just coming into it now, I mean, you're gonna get lost. Like you're gonna get lost in the sauce.
It's
gonna live on.
I actually did read, Lewis, your super chat. I just read it really briefly. Loki got redeemed, so could Wanda. I did read that briefly before I went to the other one.
Yeah, I believe that.
Anybody's redeemable whenever. I mean, they redeemed Kylo fucking Ren.
Yeah,
I don't like it, but they did it.
But again, yeah.
I took my daughter to this, and she never watched WandaVision, so she's a little lost on the Wanda part of it, and also a little bit of Doctor Strange because she never watched even the first one. She just recently started going with me to all of them.
Yeah.
So she is a little lost because she hasn't watched the entire.
Correct. Like anybody else that started, like let's say for instance, like for me, I really started Star Wars in '99 with Phantom Menace because that's when I was old enough to go watch a movie and be there, but I didn't fucking know 77 and the lore and I knew of the movies, never sat down and watched them. So I literally started off in the wrong place. Like anybody who goes and watches started Marvel at the Eternals, you started at the wrong place. So it's like, like, if you know Jar Jar before you know Obi-Wan, there's a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that's kind of where we're getting to, and it's cool, but Marvel is doing what they need to do to bring more people, more good directors into the MCU. And then when you start bringing some really good directors and starting loosening the reins a little bit and really injecting those like those isms. Like we all know a Michael Bay movie when we see it. We all know a Steven Spielberg movie when we see it. When you start bringing in directors that have their style and like injecting it with MCU stuff, that's when you'll get people more excited to continue to watch these movies as opposed to just keep hiring these no-name nonsense directors who are just going to sit there and let Marvel stick their thumb in their ass and wiggle it around to get a movie out. You need people with established shit to keep it relevant. Like with this shit here, Sam Raimi, amazing.
He owned this
shit. You know what I mean? He did. Scott Derrickson would have been a good choice too because he did a lot of scary, movies that I loved. And so he would have been a really good choice. But, Sam Raimi was good too. And it was easy for him to come back, Sam. Come back, Sam. We gave you 3 great movies with us, so. But I think that all in all, this was a good movie. Lower your expectations. Understand we're getting into the weeds now, and just fight through it and get there. If you want the best of what Marvel had to offer on a broad scale, go back and watch Phase 1 and Phase 2. But now we're getting into Mystic Fingers and shit like that. So stick with it. You'll get there, and they'll have another big event movie, and then you'll understand why everything is happening the way it's happening as it is.
And to be fair, with Age of Ultron, when you look at Phase 2, and by the way, 10-minute warning. When you look at Phase 2 that took place right after the first Avengers movie, you had no idea that by the end of it, you're like, oh yeah, they're setting up the Infinity like Gauntlet and they're setting up
I had no
Ultron.
idea. No idea.
It wasn't until Age of Ultron came out, and you're like, oh shit, that's why he was doing those robots in Iron Man 3 and all this shit. So you don't know what Kevin Feige's bigger picture is until they actually get toward that.
Correct. Exactly. We don't know what's going on. We don't like right now at this moment in time. We know. Okay, so we know what's going on with like Thor and Black Panther 2. We know Namor. We know all these things. But now, for instance, we don't know what the fuck Blade is going to be talking about or how it's going to connect, or we don't know what Fantastic Four is and how it's going to connect. So what I mean, like, just sit there and wait for the fucking process. It's a process, people.
In February, you have Ant-Man now, so it's coming out earlier. And
Yeah.
going to have Kang, which I think
Correct.
bigger thing with him.
Yeah.
So wait. So just wait. It's a slow burn. Like shit.
Exactly.
Infinity War and Endgame came out fucking. What is it? Almost 10 years after they initialized the MCU. So it's like, just wait, motherfuckers, just wait.
I got 3 super chats I had to get to real quick. Mad 13 and 6 through 10. Reason why I said they use a variant Wanda because this Wanda has nothing left. This could be the chance to bring in Wanda and her brother live and her kids. Her father is Magneto. If they go that route, possibility. I don't think they're going to do that, but who knows?
I'll say very popular storyline.
Yeah. And for the love of God, I don't want to hear no more about the House of M. No offense, because again, it's the same thing with expectations. Because all I heard going into this was she's gonna bring the mutants in existence like the House of M and all this. And I'm like, guys, just fucking watch the movie and let them do what they want to do.
Correct.
Poe said overall good movie, but was overhyped. Again, I disagree. Spider-Man No Way Home was way better. No, it wasn't, in my opinion.
It was not. I don't think it was either.
Just saying. And that was a $5 super chat. Look, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm pretty sure Danny feels the same way about Spider-Man No Way Home being better. I'm just saying, for me, I don't think it was better as a film, I just don't think it was better in any aspect.
I think I had more fun with it, and I think the audience, when I went, they cheered like crazy. I'm not saying they did because I didn't go to the theater to see this. I just think there was more excitement for Spider-Man versus Doctor Strange. But it wasn't like leaps and bounds better than Doctor Strange. To me, I just liked it better because I'm a bigger Spider-Man fan versus a Doctor Strange fan.
That's where it comes in with my rankings are the way they are, is because I go by rewatchability. Which ones am I going to rewatch more?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I was talking about going back and see Doctor Strange tomorrow.
There's no need. There's no need. It's online. You can watch half the fucking clips on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't like bootlegs though.
That's the crazy part. I was like, shit, I don't even need to go back to the movie. The second I got home, I was able to watch all the deaths over again, watch the Infinity stuff come up, and I was like, oh, okay.
See, I haven't seen none of the MCU Phase 4 movies twice, other than Black Widow. I've seen it one other time when it first hit Disney Plus. Other than that, I haven't seen any of them. Even Spider-Man No Way Home, I haven't even seen twice. Doctor Strange 2 is the only one I would actually want to see again. I was just fucking entertained.
I've seen it 3 times.
Because I wanted to see Shades of Dragon Ball Z. That's what I'm going to get to see.
Listen, I watched Shang-Chi over and over again for the bus fight. That, for me, is the best of like Jackie Chan's new modern era.
That bus fight looked a lot like They Call Me Nobody.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, well, they call me Nobody, but that's taken off from other stuff. I really feel that fight was Jackie Chan in its prime.
That's what I got from it. I got from like Rumble in the Bronx. Type
that's
They
what
Call Me Nobody.
Damn right.
Thing was fire too, boy.
More people need to talk about that movie too. That movie's fucking awesome.
What? Nobody?
Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx is amazing. I had that on DVD.
Rumble in the Bronx, Who Am I? Super Cop, Police Story. Come on, we can go on and on and on and on. We'll have like a Chinese action podcast one night. We'll talk about that. Change it up a bit. Talk about some other shit.
My favorite, the Chinese two are the IP Mans, or Ip Mans, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah. What'd you say, Chris? We can't hear you. What were you saying, Chris?
Sorry. Going by that he just posted here for Louis Berry. I loved actually the fact that all these fucking fan theories were wrong, especially with when the Zombie Strange came out.
I agree.
Oh, so there. I guess that What If wins out. And then, of course, when we didn't get Tom Cruise as fucking Iron Man, I guess that's out.
Yeah, because
the fact they weren't in it.
That scene of Captain Marvel in the trailer, everybody's like, oh, that's superior Iron Man. I was like,
it's clearly not.
I wear glasses and I can tell the person in that video was black.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, seriously, we need to have a show talking about Chinese action movies. We need to do that because I've been going back and I've been doing some of my homework, man. Like I've been watching some real old school 1985, 1990s, some stuff, and yeah, that would be awesome. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we can do that. I need to brush up on it though. I haven't seen a lot in a while.
We'll refresh your memory between Danny, Adam, and I. We'll refresh your memory.
So I'm gonna read this super chat and then we're gonna end the stream. Love the scene. This is from Lewis throwing $5 super chat. Love the favorite scene. Loved Wanda seeing children and other Wanda at the end and her best MCU acting. I know, almost Oscar worthy, right? Zombie Train. Not Oscar worthy. I'm just fucking with you guys. Like that. Nothing about this movie was Oscar worthy. Maybe special effects. I would give special effects.
Absolutely.
An Oscar nomination. But other than
that,
like the costumes, maybe that's about it.
And what I love is that it wasn't all friggin' CJ. Like Sam Raimi, like really brought his A game and used a lot of fucking prosthetics and used a lot of practical effects in this on top of the CG. CG was only used when necessary, which was cool.
Yeah. So that's all I got. Anybody else have anything before we end it?
Nope. No. Looking forward to that Asian cinema show.
Asian cinema show coming to the Chinese theater near you. Chinese theater podcast near you. All right, guys. I got the link to everybody's YouTube channel description box below. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Later, guys.
Okay, it's Storm's Live time. Sunday night, 10 o'clock. And here we go. Sunday night and it's 10 o'clock. It's Storm's Live time. So let's rock.